Hello, and welcome to the second semi-final. We had a wonderful semi-final one that ended on the last question. Had Rahul Dua not gotten that answer and had it passed to Varun Grover, and Varun Grover would have answered it, Varun Grover would have qualified, but Sahil Shah qualified. What a great match that was. Almost 65-70 was the last score. So beautiful. With that adrenaline filled first semi-final, we are here in the second semi-final. As per tradition, I'll just take 1 minute and talk about something. This Before this quiz, I want to talk about something that a lot of people talk about when they watch Quizzing the Comedians, which is questions. Okay. First of all, thank you everyone who praises all the questions in this quiz. It's not just me. There is a bunch of people I've been working with. Like the first edition was totally me. By third edition, I came down to around 70%, and now it's going down with every edition where these kids help me. So thank you so much for to Anshuman, Vineet, Chaitanya, and everyone else, Pratik, Abhay, etc., Samir. But the thing I want to talk about in terms of questions is that there is no tough or easy questions. And anything that is tough for one person is very easy for the other person. Like capital of India is a easy question for Indians, but might be a difficult question for, say, someone from I don't know, Uganda or something. But that might be an extreme example. But obviously, if you are into, say, literature, every literature question will be very easy for you, and every movie question might be very difficult for you, and so on. The idea as a quizmaster or someone who creates a show is that you have to find that optimum level, which is generally known by a lot of people, and the answer should give you the so-called, like we used to do in marketing, the so-called aha moment. Like when you see the answer, like, I could have cracked it. And that is why Quizzing the Comedians does not follow the trivia or just direct question answer format, where you just have to tell things like, tell me the second prime minister of India, or tell me the capital of Brunei, or things like that. It's very, most of the questions are very deducible, and that's why I love moments like when Varun Grover got the uppercase, lowercase answer in the first semi-final, or when Karunesh got the Mile High Club answer in one of the quarterfinals, because you can literally like deduce the answer looking at the. Obviously, having knowledge helps, but the beauty of a quiz is how you can deduce answers based the facts that are presented to you and things that are generally known. Okay, for example, some of the questions about Greek mythology are not really Greek mythology questions. They are things that have their roots in Greek mythology. So even if you don't know Greek mythology, there's a way you can answer that. Similarly, a Star Wars question might not necessarily be a Star Wars question, like we saw in the last quarterfinal, where it was you had to know snakes on the plane to crack that, and so on. So I just want to give a shout out to anyone who makes questions anywhere in any quiz, whether it's a Zoom call quiz or a school quiz, college quiz, business quiz, corporate quiz. It's not about making tough questions. I think making tough questions is the easiest thing in the world. You just put something and you think, oh, क्या मस्त question बनाया जो किसी को नहीं आता था. And that is a very wrong approach towards making questions. Your question should be things where people either feel validated or they feel educated, after the answer comes on the screen. Okay, on that note about questions, time to call the four semifinalists from for semifinal two. The first one is dominate, probably the most dominant quarterfinal performance he had. He scored almost a century in his quarterfinal. So the pressure, if there's a thing called pressure, it is totally on him. Give it up for Ashish Shakya.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
It's good to be here again.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
for that
Is
introduction,
that
questions,
Mario?
right?
Mario was one of the quarterfinal answers.
Yeah, that's why I can wear this T-shirt now. इससे किसी को hit नहीं मिलेगा. Mind games.
Okay. Another fun thing I realized when I saw the semi-final lineup is that 1/4 of the semi-finalists are people who are in Quizzing the Comedians for the first time, and there are 4 out of 16 debutants. And on a very debut note, give it up for the first debutant, Kautuk Srivastava. Kautuk, who almost defeated Rohan Joshi in his quarterfinal, but Rohan Joshi managed to enter the semis. But welcome back, Kautuk.
Thank you. It's great to
Uh,
be here.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Kautuk. On that note, I'm calling another person who's making her debut in Within the Comedians. I had a great quarterfinal. She was with Kanan Gill, and she's here welcoming Maanvi Gagru.
I'm here for the education, not the validation.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. On that note, one of the crowd favorites of this edition and also twice finalist earlier, give it up for Neville Shah.
Neville
It's
Shah
go.
is a crowd favorite.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of
going to.
people in chat are going Baba OP. Uh,
It's going to stay second. It's going to stay two-time finalist. It's going to stay at that because
let's,
Shaq's.
yeah, yeah. You all know how it works, so I don't need to explain how this works. The order will be Ashish, Kautuk, Maanvi, Neville. And in the second half, the order will be Neville, Maanvi, Kautuk, Ashish. Okay. Question number one will be to Ashish. It was founded in 1938 by a local businessman who opened a grocery trading store. The store traded noodles, dried fish, fruit and vegetables, and other local produce in and around the city and exported the goods to China. Following the famous war in the early 1950s, they expanded the grocery trading business into textiles, opening the largest woolen mill before starting its most well-known business in 1969. So I've not given you guys the most well-known business. Okay. At the time, and I'm talking about the good old time, the country was one of the poorest countries in the world, and the founder helped redevelop his nation's economy by focusing heavily on industrialization. Which company's early years are described above? Talking about a company in some way founded in 1938 with basic things like noodles, dried fish, etc. Following a famous war in early 1950s, started into textiles, opened the largest wooling mill, then entered its most well-known business in 1969. In that point of time, this country was one of the poorest in the world, but the founder developed the nation's economy by focusing heavily on industrialization. Which company's early years are we talking about?
Is this Samsung?
It is Samsung. 10
Holy
points.
crap.
Wow.
The famous early war in 50s is, of course, the Korean
Yeah,
War,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Nice.
Samsung changed the face of
yeah.
Korea with heavy
I
industrialization.
was confused between Samsung and LG. So
Yeah, yeah, it's always the same confusion. Okay, Ashish gets 10 points. It was Samsung. Yeah, the obvious always confusion between Samsung and LG. The next question will be to Kautuk. The X were historically the period following the heliacal rising of the star system Sirius, with Hellenistic astrology connected with heat, drought, sudden thunderstorms, lethargy, fever, and bad luck. They are now taken to be the hottest, most uncomfortable part of summer in the northern hemisphere. The Greeks knew the star Alpha Canis Majoris by several names, including Sirius, Sothis, and the Dash star. Okay, Dash is part of the answer. The last name reflects the way Sirius follows the constellation Orion into the night sky. This phrase seems to come directly from this name. What phrase are we talking about? So historically, this was a period that followed something, okay?
A
But this
rising
was connected
star.
with heat and drought and thunderstorm, lethargy, fever, bad luck, etc. It was also the most hottest, most uncomfortable part of summer in the northern hemisphere. The Greeks, the Greeks knew the star Canis Majoris by several names, Sirius, Sothis, etc., and also one name that I've hidden. Okay, and this phrase comes from that name. What do you think we are talking about?
The last name reflects the way Sirius follows the constellation Orion into the night sky. The phrase X seems to come directly from this name. So this phrase has the name of the star in it, right?
Yes,
And
the
it
last
is
star. Yeah.
okay. And this is historically the period following the heliacal rising of the star.
Mhm.
It's connected with, so it leads to bad luck, right?
Phrase we have to tell you, na?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Connected with heat, drought, sudden thunderstorms, lethargy, fever, and bad luck. They are now taken to be the hottest, most uncomfortable part of the summer in the northern hemisphere. Solstice? Sirius, Satis, solstice? Um, okay, I have no idea about this.
Mhm.
But if I had to guess, I would say it's connected with heat, drought, sudden thunderstorms, lethargy, fever, and bad luck. Um, Death Star.
Not dead. Going to Manvi.
no, sorry, I have one doubt.
Mhm.
the phrase we have to say, not the dash.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, the dash is part of the phrase.
Yes.
Correct? Mayday.
not mating. Neville.
I have a feeling we'll need a clue.
Will see. Neville.
Yeah, just mm, the I don't know. No, fuck. I can't form a phrase with what I'm thinking. So, just trying to think. I don't know. Fuck. North Star.
Not North Star. Ashish.
Is this Dog Day Afternoon?
Oh, I thought right.
But then that would mean it's Dog Day Star or Dog Star.
No, it's the Dog Star. Sirius is the Dog Star.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. The answer I was looking for is just Dog Days and not Dog Day.
Okay, okay.
No one came close. Canis.
Fucking
or it's the
crazy.
phrase Canis. Canine, Canis,
Canine.
Oh.
Dog Star, and the phrase I was looking for was Dog Days. Okay. So Dog Days is what I was looking at, and Ashish gets 10 points there.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Dog Days were essentially the days which were, uncomfortable, hottest,
I should
associated.
get some points for day.
Okay, the next direct will come back again to Kautuk. I'm talking about a word that derives from the name of the son of Hermes and Aphrodite in Greek mythology. According to legend, a nymph fell in love with him and prayed that she could be united with him. Her prayers were answered and her body joined with his. What is the word that we are looking at?
Raju.
Hermes and Aphrodite in Greek mythology, according to the nymph fell in love with him, prayed she could be united with him, and her prayers were answered, and her body joined with his.
Mhm.
So something with
तो पास कर दे यार.
तेरे को आता है बा?
हाँ.
Oh really?
I think so.
Mm.
I give you the ultimate clue that I know the answer.
When Neville turns into a bank robber.
Okay. Her prayers were answered and her body joined with his. What is this word? Polymer.
Not polymer, going to Maanvi.
Is it fusion?
Not fusion, going to Neville.
Is it hermaphrodite?
Yes, you just combine
Oh, well done.
and get your answer. It is
Very nice.
hermaphrodite.
Very
Or
nice.
Hermes plus Aphrodite. You just combine them and the answer is
Hermaphrodite. Nice.
Fuck.
Very nice. See, I told you I'm here to appreciate and in general, just.
Maanvi, I'm appreciating more right now.
We both are
We're
appreciating.
both appreciating.
We are competing on that level.
Yeah.
Who appreciates more?
Okay. Since Neville got the last answer, the next direct will be to Ashish. Indians now own 21,000 of the 53,000 hotels and motels in the US, and 70% of those are Gujaratis, and 3/4 of them have the surname Dash. Okay.
Bridge Bhakta. Who has a motel?
Manvi's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Sorry.
It makes for a staggering 42% of the US hospitality market with a combined worth of around $40 billion. Okay. Most Gujarati hoteliers say times have changed and top US chains are noticing this success. Asian American Hotel Owners Association, which has 9,000 members and 90% of whom are Gujarati, okay, says Indian American hoteliers pay $700 million in taxes every year and create 1 million jobs. This entire story, this effect has led to the addition of a word which basically refers to hotels owned by Gujaratis to the American lexicon. What word are we looking at?
Hotels.
It is hotel.
Hotels.
Owned by
From Patel.
Patel plus hotel. It is hotel.
Hotels.
Oh.
Okay.
Kautuk would have got it only because it's a pun.
Hello.
No, it's a portmanteau. It's a
Yeah, it's a portmanteau.
Portmanteau sounds like some kid's pet name. Are portmanteau? Some
Yeah,
Bengali kid's pet name.
Who is also a
Portmanteau.
Patel.
At the very first quiz in Quizzing with the Comedians, first quarterfinal of
First
the
was
first
portmanteau. Yeah.
had a portmanteau question. Okay, 10 points to Ashish. Ashish answered Potel, which means the next question will come to Kautuk. Kautuk, I'm talking about something that has been in ASI's reserve collection for decades and was put on public display at the Fort Museum in Chennai a few years ago. The condition of this artifact of national importance are maintained quite strictly owing to the fragile nature. This includes an airtight showcase and silica gel to absorb moisture, as well as temperature maintenance through round-the-clock AC. The room in which it is kept has human sensor-enabled LEDs, which limit light exposure to only when humans are around.
Hmm.
Made out of pure silk, some portions are in tatters due to old age, 73 years to be precise. What are we talking about?
shit. I need to do maths also for this. Fuck. Uh, okay. 1949. Reserve collection has been put on display at Fort Museum in Chennai. Um, is it made out of pure silk? Some portions are in tatters due to old age. 73 years to be precise.
I like Neville's headbanging.
I'm not headbanging. I'm shaking my whole body out of nervousness.
Yeah.
Well, this just means he knows the answer. That's what.
No, I'm
That would
just.
be
I have.
that would be such
I'm
a crazy
eliminating.
tell.
I'm eliminating.
Like Baba at a poker tournament. Just,
Or he's on like a really powerful massage chair.
okay, so it's got silica gel to absorb moisture as well as temperature maintenance through around the clock AC. 73 years. Is it a sari collection made of the first batch of Madras silk?
No, Kautuk. Passing to Maanvi.
Yeah, this round the clock AC thing is not going with the made out of pure silk. I don't know which one to focus on. Is it something that Mahatma Gandhi had on himself when he was assassinated?
No. Good guess. Neville?
Is it the flag of India that was hoisted
That was hoisted
on Independence Day?
on Independence. Yes, that is
Oh,
what.
wow.
10 points to Neville. We're talking about the first flag.
I also thought of this, but I thought
Yeah, that's why I
मैं
said
क्या क्या कचरा लिखा है ब्रो मैं मदर टेरेसा का साड़ी लिखा है फिर एमजीआर के बारे में कुछ लिखा है कुछ भी लिखा है मैं
the first national flag hoisted by Nehru when we got independence. And hence 73 years was a hint towards everything. Okay, great crack by Neville. 10 points there, which means the next direct will be to Ashish. The Parthenon is a former temple in Athens, Greece, dedicated to the goddess Athena, whom the people of Athens considered their patron. Okay, it is the most important surviving building of classical Greece. Now, a particular international organization describes it as possessing proportions rather than dimensions and which combines strength with grace and ambition with moderation, is a fine symbol of the quest for balance and harmony, which sums up one of the primary missions of our organization in regard to relations with nations. Okay? The Parthenon, in fact, is also featured in this organization's logo. Which prominent organization are we talking about?
I have multiple options and I'm not being able to. Okay, I have to think. Give me थोड़ा second quickly सोचूं मैं. यार इतने सारे organizations हैं. Ugh.
बोलना start करो, so we keep eliminating.
और सबके
Exactly
सारे
what
लोगो
I
याद
what
नहीं
I
है
don't want to happen.
Not that I have too many in my head to begin with, but
Is it the United Nations?
Not the United Nations, going to Pop.
I know which one it is now.
क्या क्या मैसेज कर
What is it? Huh? Shaki.
Fuck.
It's not the UN. Combine strength with grace, ambition with moderation. So
यार एक तो आधा टाइम सिर्फ वो तेजाब का सीन याद आता है जिसमें अनिल कपूर नेशनल लाइब्रेरी से नीचे उतर रहा है.
fuck, Baba, you're taking me so far from whatever I was thinking.
Apologies, sorry. This is not a distracting.
Okay, Kautuk.
Okay, it is. Okay, I'm just taking a wild punt. Is it the Red Cross?
Or the Red Cross, Maanvi.
अबे रेड क्रॉस का लोगो रेड क्रॉस है.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
Giving YouTube comments in advance.
My next one was WHO. So
Okay.
So
Maanvi.
I have a question. Sorry, I don't know if you can tell me. But when you say it's not UN, it's none of the UN subsidiaries. Or
you
it
could
is?
ask. You could ask her that. What? Fuck.
No, I just said it's not United Nations.
KV, is it on is it the logo of a shakha in our area?
Right.
Okay, it's not.
Okay, Maanvi.
Wait. Footage.
We're all going to kick ourselves, no?
100%. Except Shakya was going to get it right in the next
The
one.
second coming.
I'm still confused between like.
Is it the World Bank?
Not the World Bank, Neville.
Is the fact that that O is in caps lock, is that a typo?
Uh,
Oh.
no,
Oh.
I don't know.
It isn't.
See, the problem is now, in my two guesses, one has O in it. Okay, and the other does not. That's why I was asking if that O is caps lock.
Go with you. Go with you.
Go with you.
For
Okay.
sure.
Is it WHO?
No, not WHO.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take one more round. Make it a 5-point question.
Is
So
it money?
the clue that I want to give all of you is think WhatsApp forwards. Okay.
Oh no.
WhatsApp forwards.
Think
Oh
what?
God.
WhatsApp forwards.
Is it a buzzer round? How
No,
does
it's
That hint is
So who's
Can I
it for?
answer?
yes, sir.
It's yours, Unishak.
UNESCO.
Oh
Yes, good.
no.
That's the one that reh gaya, yeah.
Yeah,
List
UNESCO.
में से.
You can see the logo.
Yeah.
oh. But what is
UN,
the
UNICEF,
WhatsApp?
IMF, NATO, WTO सब लिखा मैंने.
ये लिखा है इधर.
And yeah, the WhatsApp forward thing is you keep getting these jokes, Maanvi, that UNESCO has certified this to be the best thing in the world.
Acha, like that.
The best thing in the world. And
Also, this could also be the logo for the Greek economy.
Held up by
कल को हफीज कॉन्ट्रैक्टर भी ये छाप देगा तो वो भी हो सकता
वो छापा है उसने 100%.
है.
You don't know what is building.
हीरा नंदानी पवई वही तो
yeah,
है.
exactly. उधर 4 पार्टनर है, dude.
उसके अंदर बिग बास आ रहे हैं. You know how the ancient Greeks shop.
okay, so Ashish got UNESCO. Next direct is to Kautuk. So there's an image, okay, which image is a big hint, and then I'll also tell you what's happening in the image. This image is from 27 June 1967. Okay. The place is Enfield in North London. Okay. Reason provided for this location. Okay. Now I haven't told you the reason behind what, because that you'll have to figure. Official reason behind this was it had a model cross-section community, was fairly self-contained, and had sufficiently high enough windows and enough space inside than earlier suggested Leicester Square. Look at the image carefully and tell me the importance of what's happening here.
What does it mean? Reason provided for the location, as in why they chose this location.
Yes.
Okay.
Please excuse the close-up of my face as I look into the.
Yeah.
Yes, that. Please excuse the close-up of my forehead.
So they had so the reason for this is because this place had a model cross-section community, was fairly self-contained, and sufficiently high enough windows and enough space inside than earlier suggested Leicester Square. Okay, I'm taking a guess. The guess is that it was the opening of the first Barclays Bank.
Opening of the first Barclays Bank? No, passing to Maanvi.
When you mean model cross-section community, you mean like people from like all stratas of life, right? Like, okay.
Like across race, religion, gender, like
Oh.
that.
Sort of, in some sense.
Okay. Was this the coronation of somebody from the royal family or something?
No, going to Neville.
Yeah,
Between two answers because of this like Leicester
These people are
and
showing both of them.
we should.
You want to play Ludo?
I don't mind. I don't mind. You have
I'll
send
send
link.
the code. Yeah.
In my old college quizzing group, we used to have ऐसा हाथ में बॉल लेके बैठते थे. Every time ऐसा कुछ होता था हम कैच खेलने.
Yes, yes.
is it the first like नहीं यार FA तो बहुत पहले एस्टैब्लिश हो चुका था 67 में okay just because you put bank there is it the first automated banking machine of some kind?
Wow,
I'll give it to you.
that's a good
First
guess.
ATM in the world. It's the first ATM.
Oh,
Wow.
the
Wait,
government
did
opened.
that coincide with demonetization? Because what the fuck is that crowd?
The world's first cash machine or modern day ATM was launched by Barclays. Yeah, the crowd is because people were very curious to see how they'll get money without talking to the teller. Or
listen, when football people are inside, no, please avoid Leicester, Barclays kind of questions because I have written FA Cup office.
the first cash machine or modern day ATM was actually launched by Barclays here. Okay.
Why did they need to have a sorry,
Now go for it.
No, I mean it's not gonna help.
Why
anyone.
did they need to have a cross-sectional community? So that
And high windows and all these other
Yeah. Basically, okay, informally the funda is that earlier it was supposed to be Leicester Square, but they weren't sure कि कैसा होगा, क्या होगा, कितने लोग आएंगे. Leicester Square was very close to Westminster and Buckingham Palace and all. So they opened it here. Official reason Barclays gave was this, okay, cross-section community, etc., etc. High enough window was important because they didn't want a lot of people to play around with the machine. So while they were inside in the bank, they could keep an eye out.
okay.
कि सब सही चलता है instead of like small windows.
Wow.
Enough space inside to manage the machine from.
also because Leicester has Jamie Vardy and Ian Acho, which Ian Acho is in my team. So
Nice. Reference that like, niche football reference. Okay, Neville gets 10 points there. It's the world first cash machine / ATM. They had a limit of 10 pounds, I think, then, which was huge, that you could go and withdraw 10 pounds without this. Also, another fun fact is one of the reasons they could do this is because they say that US was busy with their space mission and going to the moon at that point. So entire US tech was just working towards that. So UK was like, let us do something where we are.
You show to the world. No,
कुछ तो cool करते
still
हैं.
around.
And Barclays did this. So this was a matter of national pride that we went ATM first.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Neville gets 10 points. Next direct is to Ashish. Actually, this is a character in the Powerpuff Girls, okay, and it's the
no,
mayor.
it's not.
Character in Powerpuff Girls, and she's the mayor secretary who often handles issues that the mayor cannot. Her name is a pun on the name of the body part, which is shown here. Okay, so that is the thing that's shown here. It's name of the body part, presumably because she's the brains behind her employer's operation, and she is the logical thinker in most situations. Various Twitter users, in fact, have said that the shape of the character in Powerpuff Girls mirrors that of this body part. So I'm looking at the character's name.
Which bot? Like this whole thing is the body part?
Yeah.
ये तो छोटा दिमाग होता है छोटा दिमाग पे टपली मारेगा तो आदमी मर सकता है मालूम है क्या
Wait, like there's a photo of the brain and there's like an expanded view.
Yes.
What
So
is that? So what am I supposed to look at?
the violet/purple part is expanded below.
Correct.
Yeah.
So just
So-
the below part.
So just the violet part that is expanded,
Yes. Yes. The violet.
that's the name comes from that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The name is a pun on that. Because she's a brain finder and concentration. She's a logical thinker. Even her shape is very similar. I mean, a lot of users say that her shape is also similar to this one.
I've not seen the Powerpuff Girls, so
Yeah, but like.
yeah. I'm working on the pun. What do you call it?
I can't do puns anyway.
Need pun.
Lord.
I was hoping there'd be a human anatomy question, but I did not expect this. And it's not mentioned, right? As in, it's not a pun of any of the words that are mentioned,
No.
right?
If it was, Varun is going to kill whoever came up with the question.
No, I mean, yeah,
So,
because I was thinking. Anyway.
Okay. Super wild guess. Is it something like cerebella? Cerebellum being the part.
I will give it to you because before I made the quiz, I was like, if anyone gets even 90% close to the answer, I will give it to them.
Miss Bellum. Oh,
Yeah, it is Miss Sarah Bellum.
So cerebellum.
Almost there. Cerebellum,
great.
there is Sarah Bellum. And
Amazing.
shape is very similar.
मैं इधर hypothalamus लिखा है और उससे पन निकालने का कोशिश कर रहा है. Just
Baba, I was thinking of amygdala.
Brain में computer का-
किधर डाला है एमिग? पूछ के डाला कि नहीं? पहले वाले एटीएम में डाला एमिग.
You know, the irony about this whole thing was it never showed her face. They never showed her head.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay, Shaq get 10 points for Miss Sarah Bellum. Okay, next direct will be to Kautuk. Again, just when you think if you missed, this is something that I started in the third edition or second, where if you complained that you didn't get this topic, there is one more in the quiz for you to have a crack at. But again, even if
But
you
it's the wrong topic from the previous question.
even if you've not seen Powerpuff, nothing to do with that. Just like Sarah Bellum, you can easily deduce this. You're talking about a beautiful supervillain who uses her feminine wiles and quick wits to influence men to do her bidding, and she's an enemy of the Powerpuff Girls. When her identity is revealed, she often fights with her whip-like hair, which she can lengthen and control in a variety of offensive ways on her opponents. Her name, now this comes like this is the main part. Her name is a play on the similarity of her appearance to a character from Greek mythology and her ability to control men by using her charm. Okay, so combination of these two, her ability to control men by using her charm and her similarity to a particular character from Greek mythology. So
Fuck.
combine these two and you'll get her name. What is the name that we are looking at?
Damn.
Sorry,
Like-
what is this?
Whose direct is it?
Kautuk.
Mine. I got the wrong Powerpuff Girl question. How is this even possible? Okay, so we know the Greek mythology
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. And the
But
We call this one also.
would you accept the Greek character if I just told you the Greek character? Or
if
do you
no
need
one
the...
gives a specific answer, you will get part points.
Sorry?
If no one else after you gives
Okay.
a better answer, you will get part points.
Okay.
But it's you can deduce like her characteristics are given in the question. Her ability to control men by using her charm, etc., etc. That characteristic, if you combine with the Greek mythology thing,
Okay.
fuck me, man.
Okay. My answer is, and I'm not sure about this. Wait, let me just really try to go back to my childhood.
Where you met characters from Greek mythology, just hanging
That's
out in
me.
Vile
That's me,
Parle.
Kautuk. I'm that old. They're my friends.
No, when I saw Powerpuff Girls in English and then in Hindi, and on repeat. What the fuck? I think it's when they made it Hindi that's what confused the fuck out of me. Okay, it's okay. My the character is Medusa,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming I'm just taking a punt at the name. Just judging by this thing, it's maybe they called her Menusa.
Not Menusa. Okay, I'll get back to you, Kautuk, on part points. We'll go one round. Manvi,
I have absolutely nothing to offer. Is it Medina?
not Medina. Neville,
Medu Patra.
Medu Patra. What?
That only works on
If,
Biswa.
if,
He gets controlled very easily by that Oriya term.
okay, Neville.
My turn?
yeah, that's my actual answer, guys.
Oh, okay.
Come on. It wasn't a joke.
Going to Ashish.
Is it Sedusa?
Beautiful answer.
Oh,
Arey!
And,
Hey, Kautuk, how the fuck can you not get a pun? You're supposed to be very good at this stuff.
I got like like you get focused on a thing, and I got focused on Menusa, and then you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
fucking extricate yourself.
I was looking for another person. I thought
Wait.
Cleopatra. So I was like Cleopatra and
But listen, fuck Shakya, without seeing Powerpuff Girls, huh? That's fucking
हाँ
crazy.
वो
oh,
में निकल
so like you, Medusa was like you knew.
It's all obvious.
No, no, that's why I said Medusa, and then you see like the hint there at the end where
Was
ability
But
to
very cool, yeah.
very nice.
But I'm gonna give some points.
Honor to be in the company.
ए मेरे को पूरा देना.
Thank you.
थोड़ा सा Kautuk has to be given on this. So I'm gonna go with 7 and 3. Okay.
Yes.
Giving 7 to Shaq
Oh,
and 3 to Kautuk.
Oh my god.
So Kautuk gets 3 points and Shaq gets 7. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Okay. 12 questions done, and now we reverse the order. Let's quickly have a look at score and cross check if anyone else is
let's
also.
not.
Manvi, I'm going to give you half my points. Okay.
Ashish
Half.
got,
Can I do that? Can I
We're
transfer
gonna
half my
go home
points?
with 1.5 points.
Yeah, 1.5 each. Let's do it.
Yay!
Let's do it. Can we do that? No.
No, 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 no.
Come
Arey,
on.
I think we can.
Entire
Between the
second
two
half
of us.
is
But Quizmaster is God, so
Shaq got Samsung. He also got Dog Days, Hotels, and then he got 5 for UNESCO, and then Cerebellum 10 and 7 on Sedusa. So
very
he's
cool.
52 right now, right? Shaq?
Holy shit.
Yes, 52.
Kautuk has 3
No,
right.
Neville's very close.
Manvi is yet to start, and Neville got Hermaphrodite, first flag hoisted by Nehru, and world's first cash machine or ATM. Neville is on 30. Okay, cool. Let's start the second half. The order will now be. I'm sorry. The order will now be Neville, Manvi, Kautuk, and Ashish.
Chal, abhi come back. Abhi dekh, 10
Yes.
pe 10.
Yes.
I will end with 103.
Yes. Second half, yeah, there are 12 questions out of which 2 are audience questions. So 100
Acha,
points.
10. Acha.
100 may anything can happen. Starting with Neville. Okay. X is a long-standing children's imprint of the British publishers Penguin Books. Since the 1960s, it has been among the largest publishers of children's books in the UK and much of the English-speaking world. The imprint now belongs to Penguin Random House. So you see Penguin logo there and also X's logo there. Just tell me who are we talking about?
मेरे को ये जानता हूँ मैं ये जानता हूँ
मैं नहीं जानती.
ये मैं जानता हूँ दोस्तों.
I have a joke answer, but वो भी मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. You know?
Wow, I have a joke answer to मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है.
Like I'll explain it once this round is over, then you'll know what I mean.
Manvi, I'm sorry. We'll
You're
okay.
right.
I'll split my 10 points also if I get it. If Bawa just passes. Come on, Bawa, please. थोड़ा दिल बड़ा कर बाबा. Come on.
Is it duckling?
Not duckling, Manvi.
Is it Pingu?
Oh, no, not Pingu. Oh, this is the answer you were thinking of?
You know that you remember there used to be these cartoons,
Yes,
Pingu.
yes, properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pingu, Noddy. Okay.
Fuck me,
Also,
dude.
It's Puffin.
it is Puffin book.
Yes!
Kautuk.
Oh my god!
Five and five, na?
Yeah. Now,
Dude, what fucking puffin book have you read, yeah, Kautuk?
I have written a thing for Puffin.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Oh.
So,
Puffin book is correct. Kautuk gets Kautuk gets 10 points on this. Okay, going to Ashish now. Ashish,
Quickly moving.
during the Second World War, the
अरे ये तो शाक्या को मालूम रहेगा.
anti-German sentiment in the United States ran so high that the names of German food were purged from restaurant menus. Okay, as a result, which food item was renamed as Liberty Steak due to the fact that the original name sounded too German?
ये बैंड्रा में बहुत अच्छा मिलता है रात को 3 बजे तक हैमबर्गर.
Hamburger is correct. Shaq gets
Arey.
the point there. Hamburger obviously sounds very German because of Hamburg, and you say
I love this American chindipana. It's
Yeah,
outstanding.
it's
Freedom
outstanding.
fries and Liberty
Freedom
Steak.
Fries was my
Fuck you, dude. Like
Also, yeah,
some,
what's playing out right now?
yeah, some fucking random hillbillies protesting saying, I'm going to call it Liberty Steak. I have saved the world. So like, chup rahe.
Freedom Fries for, oh my god, yes. Okay, Shaq gets 10 points for hamburger. Next direct will be to Neville. Okay, another visual plus text question.
अरे चांस ही नहीं.
In
अरे
four-
पारसी ले.
In,
पारसी का question.
in 400 BC, the ancient Persians claimed to create the world's first ever dash, as can be seen on the right hand side. The Persian word for dash, which is yakhchan, had this subterranean space coupled with the thick construction material covering and insulating it for a long time. The original structure, as you can see, had a dome shape, somewhat like a small mountain. All blanks are the same. So, world's first dash, Persian word for dash.
Carter's Blue.
So I have two options, but only because of the shape,
Mhm.
I'm going to try. Is it an igloo?
No, not the world's first. Going to
In the desert.
Arey, but it's insulating, na? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Na?
Oh, wow. That's Kautuk's response to the Red Cross thing. He's like, desert mein igloo, huh? बहुत मेरे
Yeah.
को Red Cross में going
Then
to
it's the other thing. Shit.
Going to
Maanvi, you we reverse the order now.
skip ही कर दो ना मुझे.
Oh, then it's the other thing, dude. And it's in the fucking Persian name also.
देखो इतना पर्शियन आता है क्या?
अरे मैं पारसी है ब्रो. खौड़े अवस्था पड़ा है इधर.
Is it like a morgue?
World's first morgue? No, Kautuk.
वो तो sorry, pyramids भी तो
आशीष मत कर आंसर. 5 पॉइंट में मिल जाएगा मेरे को. 100% श्योर है मैं.
वाह बता ना थोड़ा क्लू.
I'm not sure.
मेरा हो गया चांस.
Kautuk.
Okay. The ancient Persians claimed to create the world's first ever dash. As can be seen on the right. The Persian word for yakchal. Yakchal. Had this.
Oh, I
subterranean
have
space.
another. But actually,
Subterranean space coupled with thick construction material covering and insulating it for a long time. Subterranean space.
Why would I be in such a
This is
hurry?
a
yaar?
doom-
This
doom-
KV's training of never second guess yourself is a bad idea. It's a bad advice.
The original structure had a dome shape, somewhat like a
This
small
in
mountain.
QM.
All blanks are same.
Yes, Kautuk.
Is it a bunker?
Not the world's first bunker. Going to Ashish.
Is it a fridge?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
It is the world's
It's
first.
a fridge.
It's a fridge,
World's
dude.
first refrigerator.
अरे इग्लू फ्रिज ही होता है ना इंसान लोग के लिए. मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा है. मतलब टेक्निकली मैं राइट था.
और morgue भी तो वही होता है for dead people.
Dead इंसान के लिए fridge.
The world's first refrigerator. That is correct. Okay, Shaq gets 10 there. And next direct come to Neville. This is Neville's direct. Neville, the 2011 play, The Last Salute, produced by Mahesh Bhatt, directed by Arvind Gaur, and starring Imran Zahid, was based on the book titled The Last Salute to President Bush by Iraqi journalist Muntadar al-Zadi. What I want from you guys is, what is al-Zadi's claim to fame? Why do we all know al-Zadi?
Not all of us know already.
He wrote the sequel to Murder.
Nice.
I don't know, the Iraqi journalist who had the last interview with Saddam Hussein.
No, not Maanvi.
Was part of his answer, right?
Yeah, the part where he said the Iraqi journalist who.
Yeah, actually.
Osama bin Laden, like he gave him Osama bin Laden's
Wallet.
So,
like location or
Oh,
informed him.
asking to Kautuk.
Was he the Iraqi journalist who threw a shoe at George Bush?
Beautiful
Yeah,
answer. 10 points.
Yes!
That was his last salute to President Bush.
The
He's
comeback king!
who threw a shoe at Bush. And
Yeah.
the book is about that and the play is about that. He threw a shoe at Bush. That's the answer we were looking for. He's the Iraqi journalist who's famous. And that's his salute, last salute to President Bush. Beautiful. 10 points there for Kautuk. And now I go to Shaq. Ashish, I'm talking about a tournament. This tournament began as a biennial event, but became an annual event after 1998 and is hosted in the Perak capital of Ipoh. X, after whom the tournament is named, started playing hockey in his school days, played for Perak during his heydays before being elected as the Malaysian Hockey Federation, which is now called Malaysian Hockey Confederation. Vice president in 1973. Under his stewardship, Malaysia hosted 2 Hockey World Cups in 1975 and 2002. It's a Six Nations tournament with Australia winning it the most, 10 times, and India has won it 5 times. What tournament are we talking about?
the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Hockey now.
Okay, 1 second. 98. 98 का annual है, उसके पहले once every 2 years. Okay. And Perak, I assume, is in Malaysia?
Yes.
Mm.
State in Malaysia, okay. Is it Mahathir?
Not Mahathir tournament. Neville?
मेरे को वही एक नाम मालूम है.
You want the whole name or what? Like, I can't just say like Kautuk. Like you want.
Wait, you know half of it?
Something. Let's see what you guess, and then we'll see.
Sultan something Shah Cup.
Sultan something Shah. Okay, I'll get back to you, Neville. I'll go to Maanvi for now. Unless you want to improve on that, Sultan something Shah Cup.
Oh my god. जैसे कौतुक.
Afzal Shah. I know that there is a Z somewhere and there is a, but I don't know in which order the Z and the L and the A fit.
Yeah, so take your time, take like 10 seconds and give me your final answer because you're almost there.
Just give all the consonants and we'll make an anagram for you and then
Yeah.
ZL.
Which part is there? Apart from cup.
Sultan Afzal Shah Cup.
Sultan Afzal Shah Cup. Cool. I'll just go to Maanvi and Kautuk and get back to you. Maanvi?
I think you can move on from me also and go to
Kautuk?
I'm skipping, I'm passing.
Okay.
You know,
okay. Kautuk?
there is a part of like there's somewhere in my brain a fog has lifted after you said Sultan.
It's with a clue also if you give.
Yeah. That's what we will see after Kautuk guesses.
No, I'm saying, but even the clue might not be
Yeah, I know.
for me. These guys will get. मैं चाय बनाऊं?
Kautuk?
Okay, I'm just going with Sultan Cup.
No. Okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to give...
ये 5 नहीं है क्या? 5 के लिए नहीं है?
No, because Neville is almost there. So there's no point. I'm giving 7 to Neville in closing this. Okay, the answer is Sultan Azlan Shah tournament.
Oh.
Oh,
Azlan Shah tournament. He said that,
so close.
that's why I kept giving him chance to improve and improve and improve.
Very
And it's a
nice.
tournament
Ah,
which
very
you know
nice.
or you don't. So there's no point.
Yeah. True.
So I'm
Yeah.
giving
Fair.
7 to Neville.
Hey, there was a clue. Like he was a lion in the Chronicles of Narnia. What is it? It's a Sultan lion. Something there.
Sultan Azlan Shah tournament. I'm giving 7 to Neville.
Sultan. Oh, no, sorry. I have a political joke, but after live is over.
Okay, 7 points to Neville there for Sultan Azlan Shah tournament, which is a very reputed tournament in the world of hockey. Neville gets 7 there.
Hey, it's a pineapple on the cup. Did you see it?
Is that? I don't think pineapple.
The
No.
strawberry.
Okay, which means the next direct will be to Maanvi. Okay, again, I'm talking about a word this time. Okay, not a phrase, a one word answer. The word is derived from a French word meaning cross shape. How it came from cross shape is because in the 17th century, and there's an image also to aid you, in the 17th century, cross fingerboard signposts at forking roads required one to choose. Okay, so you have to, at this point, you chose like where to go, etc. It comes from a term instantaneous dash adopted by Francis Bacon for such sign. But now comes the most important part from where I think you should focus on. The word means extremely important or involving an extremely important decision or course of action. What word do you think are we talking? What word of like common English word are we talking about? The reason it comes from the French word cross shape is because it was the word used for such signs, and that's where you took a decision as to where to go in some sense. What word are we talking about? That literally means something which is extremely important or involves an extremely important decision or course of action. Okay, Manvi,
Imperative.
not imperative. Passing to Kautuk.
Okay, my answer is crucial.
Your answer is correct. It is
Are beautiful.
correct.
Yes.
Okay, it is
Very
crucial.
nice, very
Okay.
nice.
Instantaneous.
I kept thinking cross se kya? I mean, kya hai? Kya?
Yeah,
Crucifixion.
instantaneous uh, crucis or something that Francis Bacon said, and of course,
Mhm.
crucial comes from crux. Okay, crucial.
Yeah,
10
baat hai.
points for Kautuk.
Come back, king.
Good stuff there. Crucial, great track. Next direct is
Whatever.
to Shaq. Okay, Shaq's a fairly direct question. I just want you to fill in the blank in the image that you see with a company founded in 1889.
Oh,
And
babe.
let's look at what the board is. It says playing cards, the Dash Playing Card Company, Shomendori Ohashi, Kyoto, Japan. Tell me,
This is
fill in the blank with
Nintendo.
I'm.
Nintendo is correct.
Yes.
10 points
Wow.
Ashish there. Okay. It
I
is
knew this. I swear I knew this.
Tun 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 tun.
I swear.
Tun 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 tun
I
tun.
knew-
You know what my guess was? My guess was Pokemon playing cards.
So I know this because I read this somewhere and I was like, oh, these two, and
Yeah.
they've been around for a really long
Yeah,
time.
it's one of those facts that are like fun facts that
Yeah.
are, that go around.
At
Yeah,
the back of the notebook, no?
popular facts.
next question will come to Neville. Okay, another of my favorite funda. Sucralose, an artificial sweetener, was discovered in 1976 by two chemists at Queen Elizabeth College in London, Leslie Howe and Shashikant Fadnis. Okay, the discovery, like many others, was quite accidental. The duo was mixing various batches of sucrose with with other chemicals in their lab when Ho asked his colleagues to run some tests on one of the batches to which chlorinators were added. In what way did this very Maharashtrian colleague, Shashikant Fadnis, misunderstood him that led to the discovery of sucralose? What are we talking about?
Bawa, come on. Ye to left off.
The duo were mixing various batches of sucrose with other chemicals in the lab. Uh, and when Leslie asked his colleagues to run some tests on one of the batches, to I don't know, did he misunderstand the pronunciation because of her accent of a word?
Mhm.
Could or, and thought she meant glucose instead of
No. No. Going to Maanvi.
I'm just,
Yeah. Please.
since I've humiliated myself enough.
Oh,
So,
no.
what's one more time? Did he say, did he hear, like, did he hear laukar or something and then he added or removed it from the burner faster than he was supposed to, or
Oh,
something like that?
okay. No. Kautuk?
Lavkar is how Valentine's Day was founded. He said
Yeah.
Lavkar, you're like, okay, cool. तो बोला Lavkar तो मैं
Oh, all right, like that.
Sorry.
KV, serious question. Is Maanvi on the right track?
No, something we'll see. No, can't reveal.
कितने शेयर करेगा मेरे साथ points?
We're mixing various batches of sucrose. Sucrose.
Guys, just so you know, KV has another semi-final in 20 minutes.
Oh,
So
no,
let's be considerate, guys. He has to do a tech check and stuff also.
But I have to figure out what the very Maharashtrian colleague
You're
misunderstood
not
first.
going to
Hold
Shaq
on.
has already through just by mathematics. This is the Arsenal catching up to Chelsea problem. Not happening.
Sucrose. He said he understood. He misheard it as so close.
No, a good track. I like it. Ashish.
तो लेझली आहे ना लेझली असा फडणीसला म्हणाला की फडणीस हा सॅम्पल टेस्ट करा. फडणीस ऐकला टेस्ट करा. फडणीसने टेस्ट करा आणि डिस्कवरी.
Beautiful answer.
Yo,
That's how Sucralose
It's
was.
test.
test and taste.
now it,
Test.
Maharashtrians watching this, please forgive my atrocious Marathi. It was just for a joke. I really
Understood. Test.
and I got like 80% of the
So,
grammar.
except for taste, in my thing, I have done every single word I have mispronounced with whatever experience I have.
I know Rohan Joshi
including
is watching this
Fadnis,
and इतना
Shashikant.
गाली देगा ना वो मेरा मराठी को.
अरे वो तो अभी ग्रुप पे ही आ गया रहेगा.
Guys,
but
fuck.
उसने ऐसे ही टेस्ट कर लिया कुछ भी लैब में.
He thought they had to taste.
हाँ.
Look, they had to test. So he tasted and it was sweet, and that's how they
I said,
realized
oh,
that
मस्त है
sucralose,
गो,
obesity,
छान
guys.
छान.
I just discovered obesity.
मस्त है.
that sucralose is actually sweet.
Maanvi, you mean he discovered joy? It's joy. is what he discovered.
Okay, Shaq got this, which means I'll come to Neville. Neville's direct. This is an image that has two things that you guys need to tell me. A game and a literary work, this is a tribute to. Okay, so you need to identify the game and the literary work, this is a tribute to. A user on Reddit commented this, which is a clue. A young girl is transported to a surreal landscape where she kills the first person she meets and then teams up with three strangers to kill again. Okay, which is a clue for both the game and the literary work. Okay, which kind of describes both the game and the literary work. Give me the game and the literary work. 5 each. 5.
Is it Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz is correct. Yes.
This also I knew because of Tin Man, but I don't know the game. Sorry.
And the game, Neville?
इन पत्ती.
मैंने चीटिंग किया है ये क्वेश्चन पे क्योंकि इधर पोस्टर पे विजर्ड ऑफ ऑज है. इधर मेरे घर में एक पोस्टर है.
That is good for
Three
you.
strangers.
I thought
Lots of usual suspects, basically.
The game, I won't know the game. Yeah, I won't know the game. Chronicles of Narnia.
Nice.
Not near.
Any random guess you want to take on the game?
Is it guessable? Like, is it at all? Like, is it a guessable?
Yeah, pretty popular. That's why I thought you guys should at least take a guess.
I should know it.
I mean, guessable to have.
guessable है in the
La-
sense कि-
I've heard of the game. It's not a very obscure or like niche.
Lara Croft.
No, not Lara Croft, but I'll give you
Tomb Raider.
five, five for Wizard of Oz. Going to Manvi only for the.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Womb Raider.
I'll quickly. I won't take too much time because I have no idea. But I'll quickly ask one question. It's guessable because it's the game. It's popular as a game, or because it's deducible from Wizard of Oz.
Both, but the reason I said very guessable is because it's a very popular game that people have heard even if they've not gamed ever. You know, that kind of a popular game.
I'm
All
going
of
to kill myself at the end of this.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Not Call of Duty. Kautuk.
वही पता है मुझे. I
You
had.
remembered it?
Huh?
You remembered it?
No, I don't know if it's right. I just remembered another name of a game
FIFA.
which may fit.
Is it?
KB, I'm feeling I'm feeling like I'm watching one of your shows.
Is it GTA Yellow Road?
Not GTA. Going to share.
Like दो thought आ रहे हैं. मतलब one is like the game is so far removed from the action genre, which is why the answer might be funny. As one thought, so I'm thinking like of games that you would not associate otherwise with like a lot of like brutal killing or whatever. But I don't waste time. I'll go with the simpler answer. Is it Last of Us?
No.
It's
So
not Last of Us. No?
Can we go again without?
we'll go again, starting with Neville. So think of a game, Neville, which has been in news in India a lot over the last year or like last few years. And a lot of people actually play this on mobile as well. So it's not a very, very tech heavy game and extremely popular in India and has been in news in India a lot. And it does involve, like the reason it says that it kind of describes both game and the literary work is because, like Shaq said, it is not too far away from this. It is in the same zone. It is in the zone where you kill people.
Right. I got it.
Yeah.
The girl thing threw me off. That's why.
Yeah.
Is it PUBG then?
Yes, it is PUBG. Yeah, it is PUBG.
Fuck, so Bawa gets 10 points.
Yeah.
No, 5.
He gets
No, 10, of course. Yeah.
Why? What the fuck is this girl here, dude? Loser.
So sorry. We'll continue.
So what? I get 2.5 plus 5, right? So 7.5.
10.5. 7 and 7.5. But to Neville, Neville gets all the points on PUBG and Wizard of Oz, which brings me to the last question of the quiz. This is Maanvi's direct. Just a one-word answer. In English, the word means an inspiring leader or teacher who passes on his or her skills to others. Okay. This comes directly from Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, in which the mythological character of Odysseus entrusted his son's education to a man named X. Okay. We're talking about a word that comes from Odyssey, but the word means an inspiring leader or teacher who passes on his or her skills to others.
In the spirit of swiftness, is it mentor?
It is mentor.
Oh my God.
It is mentor.
My God,
Well
guys.
done.
It is
Well
mentor.
done.
I didn't even. I was gonna say if अगर मुझे ये भी नहीं आया, then at least like you guys call me Sir Maanvi, like Sir Teja. But I didn't even get that honor. But
No, it is mentor. Mentor is correct. Maanvi gets 10 points. And on that note, we end the quiz. That it brings us to the end of the quiz. Let's take a quick look at the score. Ashish was on. We'll come to Ashish at the end. We'll start from Neville. Neville was on 30. He got 7 for Sultan Azlan Shah tournament, 7.5 for Wizard of Oz. So 14.5, which means a total of 44.5.
Oh, amazing.
Maanvi ended on a sweet note with mentor. She ends up on 10 points.
Yay! Plus half of mine.
yeah.
Kautuk had 3, but he had a great second half. He got Puffin Books, he got Through a Shoe at Bush, and he also got Crucial. So 30 points in the second half. Kautuk ends on 30.
Come back, King.
33. 33. And now we come to Shaq, who again gets out on nervous 90s like yesterday.
Yeah, I was just looking
Annihilated,
at that.
lekin.
52,
Annihilated.
Just looking
hamburger,
at that.
refrigerator,
Yeah, man.
Nintendo, and taste and test. Okay, 40, and Shaq ends on 92.
Fucking demolish me.
There was a question. It would be about this. Then it would be blitzkrieg. The answer to that.
But
Thank you.
And we are all
जाके ने
shell shocked.
टेस्ट पास किया है टेस्ट
Taste pass
We are
किया
all
मैंने
shit.
taste.
We are all
चांगलं.
shell shocked.
खूप चांगलं.
okay, cool. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
All the
And-
Thank you,
best.
guys.
Nice audience. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Kill it, Shacks.